All right, we are now live, everyone. I'm going to give you a few rules. This is the 187th District Court. Welcome. Let's make today a Thursday. Let's not try to turn it into a Monday. Everyone, I'm going to ask you to please be patient because you'll notice for the defense attorneys, there are more defense attorneys than there are prosecutors. If defense attorneys, if at any time you need to Zoom to another court, you may Zoom to another court. And everyone, just give me one moment, please. All right, so these are the rules of the 187th District Court. Whatever you cannot do if you are physically in court, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. So what that means is there's to be no smoking, there's to be no cooking, there is not to be laying in your bed at your home. To all of the inmates, you are not allowed to use the chat box. If you use the chat box for any reason, you will be sent back to your cell. You're also not allowed to use this as a time to pick up dates. If you try to pick up a date on this Zoom, you will be sent back to your cell. Your attorney's name will be called. Your name will not be called. If you do not hear your attorney's name, rest assured, we will get your attorney Zoomed in here. Your attorney is probably Zooming in another courtroom because more likely than not, this is not the only court schedule your attorney has for today. To all the defense attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, no matter how small you think that plea bargain is, you need to put it in the chat box to Ferguson coordinator so that she can get the appropriate paperwork to you and your client. If your client is on bond, she will need your client's email address, and so will the state. So the appropriate paperwork can be sent to different places. I'm going to open up the breakout rooms. When I do, it will invite everyone to a breakout room. Do not, I repeat, do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call your name and assign you to that room. To attorneys, when I send you to a breakout room, think of that as the doctor's office. They are checking your blood pressure and your weight. The prosecutors have the ability to move about the breakout rooms to see who's in those breakout rooms. If you leave that breakout room, it will show them that that room is empty and they will go to the next room. So please do not leave the breakout room. Attorneys, when I call your name, that's the order in which you'll appear. If your name is low on the list and you want to Zoom to another court, you're more than welcome to do that and Zoom back in. However, the court will be taking a break at noon. The court reporter will need that break because she's taking down everything that we say. So these are the lists of the attorneys, and this is the order in which you will appear. Albert Gutierrez, Dan Rodriguez, John Perez, Jonathan Watkins, Joseph Stetson, Kelly Piddle, Miguel Nahara, Nathaniel Navy, Orlando Castañon, Ray Martinez, Rick Crow, Robert Porter, Ron Ross, Scott Hill, Eric Hernandez, Rodolfo Zepeda, and Jackson Lindsay. Is there any attorney's name that I did not call?
Yes, Your Honor. Zachary Munoz. I'm appearing for Nathaniel Tristan.
All right, anyone else?
Robert Wilson, appearing for Francis Barnett.
All right, anyone else? All right, attorneys, when I call your name, what I need you to give me is I need you to give me the name of your client and whether or not your client is with criminal trial division or family violence. So the first person up is Albert Gutierrez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I represent Santos Paula. He is with family violence.
How do you spell the last name?
Paul with an A. Paula, sorry.
All right, thank you.
Paula, forgive me.
Oh, no problem. I'm learning. You know, I'm learning when people roll their R's, so I'm getting there.
I'm a Laredo boy, Judge. I can't get it out of me.
All right. All right, you're in breakout room number 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Dan Rodriguez.
I have Danny Acosta. I've been dealing with Tom on that case, and I also have another client who's on the docket as well, and his name is Eduardo Rojas Mejia. He's a special crimes case. So it wouldn't be anybody in your courtroom right now.
All
Judge,
right.
on for that case.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome. John Perez.
Yes, Judge, I'm here on Edward Morales. It's a family violence case.
And congratulations on your 5th anniversary.
Thank you, Judge.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4. Jonathan Watkins.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here
Good morning.
for my, how are you doing, Judge?
Oh, great.
I'm here for Michael Moreno, and he's got multiple cases, but the majority of his cases are family violence, Your Honor.
So it's CTD and family violence?
Yeah, but I think the family violence cases, he's enhanced on those.
All right, I'm gonna send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Joseph Stetson.
Yes, Your Honor. This is 2021 CR 0392, Adam Isaac Gonzalez. And this is aggravated robbery, criminal trial.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 6. Kelly Piddle.
Judge, I have Brianna Mitchell, CTD.
Please reveal yourself. I am here.
I'll send you to breakout room number 7. Gail Nahara.
Good morning, Judge. I have Mr. Gavino Vada. It's a CTD case. I've conferred with Mr. Nisbet quite a few times. I believe our plea deadline already expired at the last setting. We're just waiting for a trial setting, Judge.
All right, just give me one moment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nathaniel Navy. Nathaniel Navy.
Yes, Judge. I have Stelano Daniels and Zachary Prince. Zachary Prince is family violence. And then Mr. Daniels, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how the DA's office has categorized that one, but it's a aggravated robbery case. I don't know if it's going to be family violence or CTD.
All right, you say Zachary Prince and who else?
Delano Daniels, STALONALD.
Daniel, right?
Daniels with an S at the end.
All right, and let me see how that's listed. Yeah, that is listed as family violence.
Okay.
I'll send you to breakout room number 8.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Orlando Castagnon.
Yes, Judge, I'm here for Roland Davis. It's a CTD case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 9. Ray Martinez.
Good morning, Judge. I have Caesar George this morning. And if I may, Judge, in the past, when we've discussed this, the state and I have agreed that it's a trial case and there's not going to be able to reach a plea agreement. We've discussed it several times.
Just give me a moment.
Okay.
I'll get back with you. Rick Crow.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is Adam Valles or Valles, and he's a family violence.
I'll send you to breakout room number 10.
Thank you.
Robert Porter.
Mr. Lamont Curry, CTD.
I'll send you to breakout room number 11. Ron Ross.
Gregory Morrison, it's a criminal trial, but Judge, we were here for a bond reduction on Friday, and we went ahead and I guess talked about the status of the case. We reset it to May 27th. You said at that time, if I have any discovery issues, to bring them to the court at that time.
All right, what is your client's full name, please?
Gregory Morrison.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ron, because your case is not for you to go to a breakout room, let me come back to you. Just give me a second. Scott Hill.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Judge. Sorry, I had a problem with my mute button there. I've got Nofong von Fatke.
You want to spell that last name for me?
Yes, ma'am. It's VONGPHAKDY.
Is that criminal trial division or family violence?
That's family violence, and I've been dealing with Joe Ray.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 12. Eric Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Leonard McGarity. It's family violence. I've been conferring with Mr. Joe Ray Garcia. If I could speak to Mr. McGarity, though, before conferring with the state. I believe he's Samsung SMT818.
All right, I'm sending you to lucky breakout room number 13. Mr. McGarity, where are you? Mr. McGarity.
He raised his hand on that Samsung SMT81 device. I'll try to get him to rename himself. Your Honor.
No, that's fine. If we go to 13, please. Rodolfo Sabeda.
Good morning, Your
Rodolfo.
Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have Adonis Romero, and that's the one you call, wanted him there in court on a violation. So he should be there. He called me earlier.
All right, just give us a moment and I will get back with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Jackson Lindsay.
Good morning, Judge. I've got Jose Celedonio.
Oh, you're definitely going to have to help me spell the last name.
Celedonio with a C. C-E-L-E-D-O-N-I-O. Celedonio.
All right. Okay. Is that family violence or criminal trial division?
It's criminal trial.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 14.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Zachary Munoz.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Nathaniel Tristan. I've been conferring with David Martin, so I believe it's a family violence case.
I'll send you to breakout room number 15. Robert Wilson.
It's Francis Barnett, Trial Division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 16. Kelly McGinnis.
I'm here, Judge. I'm here for Rosalind Bagley for Charles. I'm not sure if it's family violence because it's an ag assault and it's a sort of a family member, but not really.
All right. Let me see where it is on the docket. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, it's criminal trial division.
Okay.
I'll send you to breakout room number 17.
Thank you.
You're welcome. James Toshi.
Morning, Judge. I have Andre Watson. He is in custody. I believe this is a CTD case.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 18.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, so the first person up then, Miguel Nahara, you have Gavino Lara.
Correct, Judge.
Let me find what page he's on. Does he have a middle? Oh, Gavino Vara.
Yes, Judge, I apologize.
Oh, no problem. Okay, Mr. Vara, is he in custody or on bond?
He's on bond, Judge. He is, the name on his phone is Tina Vara, but he is present through his phone.
All right, Mr. Vara.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Hi. My understanding from your defense attorney is that you're requesting a jury trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what we're going to do is, Norma, can we call this on May 27th to see where we are? Just one moment.
Mr. Rodolfo Cepeda,
Yes, ma'am.
you have a private chat.
I do.
Do you want to set up with Kevin to get them out of the way? All right. All right. Miguel Nahara.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're going to bring you back by Zoom on June 27th. At that time, I will let you know when your jury trial will be scheduled.
Okay, Judge.
Can you tell me, are there any outstanding discovery issues?
No, Judge. And did you say June 27th? I think that's
I'm sorry, May 27th. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
Thank you for correcting that.
No problem, Judge. No, Your Honor, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Nisbet and I went through everything and confirmed that all the evidence that was available has been turned over.
All right, then you and your client are excused.
Judge, I did have one other question, and I apologize. I'll try not to take too long. He is on full house arrest right now. I don't know if you recall, but he had a violation. He bonded back out. This honorable court said that she would reconsider whether giving him partial house arrest so he could attend work after a period of time. Would the court allow me the ability to file that motion now?
Yes. And if
Okay.
you want to zoom out and zoom back in, maybe you can confer with the state and maybe you all can come to an agreement.
I'll talk to John and see what I can do. I mean, Tom, excuse me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
thank you.
and then you're excused, or if you want to hang around, you can hang around.
I'll email Tom. I think it'll probably be the fastest way to get a hold of him, considering how busy he is right now.
All right, thank you. Mr. Vera, you're excused.
Your Honor, can I approach?
Just one moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin Hernandez.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. I'm going to send 2 inmates to you. My understanding is that you need to sign some paperwork.
Judge, is John Winter in a breakout room?
John Winter is not on Zoom.
Okay, that answers that.
All right, everyone, just give me a moment. Rosales, I'm sending you to Maximilian Rosales, I'm sending you to breakout room number 1 to go over paperwork. Ramon Longoria, I need you to go over to number 1 to go over paperwork. Ray Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, you're here on Caesar George.
Yes, Your Honor.
And my understanding is that it's going to be a jury trial.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, have you received all the discovery from the state?
I believe so, Judge. Yes.
Have you gotten your expert yet?
That's my next move, but I was just checking to see if I'd filed the motion yet. I'm assuming you're not objecting. I was going to just submit it.
No, you definitely said that that's what you were doing at the last setting. So that's why I knew to ask this question.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming back on May 27th. Mr. Martinez, you need to have whatever expert you need, because on that date, on May 27th, I'm going to give your client a jury trial, and that's the date we will be having jury trial.
I will approach you very shortly about that motion, Judge.
All right, so you need to come back on May 27th.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and if you don't have anything else with us, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ross.
I'm here, Judge. Gregory Morrison.
And what is happening with this case?
Okay, we were here last Friday on a bond reduction, which we took care of. We then talked about the case, and you say we'll call it again on May the 27th if I have any discovery problems, and let you know at that time. I think that I've gotten more discovery recently. Last time we were here, the state did not have all of the documentation. I think I've got more discovery. I may have all of it. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to go through it. But what I will do is I will complete that. I will confer with Tom, and I will also ask for Tom for I don't anticipate we're going to be able to resolve this, the nature of the case, but I will ask him for a plea bargain agreement before we come back.
Okay, so we'll recall you then on May 27th, and that will be for discovery. And you will see if you have all the discovery, have reviewed it, and if the state is able to tender an offer to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. That's fine. That'd be great.
All right, and I don't believe your client is on the screen. Your client is in custody.
Yes.
Do you need to speak with your client?
Yeah, if I could briefly, if he's here.
All right, he's not here yet.
Well, then, okay, I don't need to talk to him then, okay?
All right, Norma, can you counsel Gregory Morrison, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Rodolfo Cepeda.
Yes, Your Honor.
Before I leave, Judge, I wanted to ask you, does your mother critique you after every one of your appearances?
Of course she does, as every good parent should.
It's terrible that you were such a bad kid. She's got to continue to monitor you throughout your adult life. That's terrible.
Okay, if you talk to my mom, she will tell you I was the perfect child, never caused her a day of worry. And even when I was born, she said it was the easiest birth of all her children.
Are you going to swear to that?
I will swear to that, and she will swear to it. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, Ross, you're muted.
I said that's great that your mother watches you. That's great.
Yes.
That's really good.
And Ross, I will tell you a little known fact. You know, they used to spank babies when they were born.
Right.
The doctor was going to spank me, but I said, I haven't done anything wrong. Don't do that to me. So I was never spanked as a baby.
And also that you came out and all of a sudden you had a big mouth. So you already talking to the doctor, see?
Hey, there you go.
I better be quiet. I'm going to get in trouble here.
All right. Have a good rest of your day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. You too.
Thank you. All right. Then the next person up is Rodolfo Cepeda.
Yes, Your Honor. And I understand through the chat that my client has an active warrant.
Yes,
I
do you?
assume
It's from County Court at Law number 5. Do you want to run to County Court 5 and talk to County Court 5, and then we'll come back and address this issue?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll wait for you to come back. All right, Volk, David Volk. Who do you have? And
Good morning, Judge. Good morning. Sorry about that. I was late today. I had a flat tire on the highway, so I had to get that taken care of.
Oh, well, that's okay. Did you have the
14
donut tire or regular tire to put back on?
No, my car doesn't have a spare, so I had to inflate it and then get it to Discount Tire, and they're going to fix it. So I'm good. I just need about 20 minutes. Judge, I'll confer. I've got Jorge Valdez. It's 2021 CR 2496.
Criminal trial division or family violence?
This is gonna be trial division. Any good ADA I'll confer with.
Every ADA in here is good.
I'll take Tom Nisbet if he's available, or whoever wants it.
Oh, you're just picking people off the bench. Okay.
Well,
Don't want it now.
anybody. He's in the square next to me. Oh, there we go.
Okay. All right, I
Thank you.
sent you to breakout room number 19. John Fox.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Sorry, I was in another Zoom. Sorry about that. If I can, I have Antoinette Garnica. I need to probably speak with Alexandra Williamson again.
How do you spell the last name?
Garnica.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 20.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thomas Hilly.
I have two cases and both are going to be pleas. One is in jail, Mr. Riojas, and I already have an offer on both of them. And the other person, he's on Zoom, he's on the bond. He's going to do a cap deal this morning.
What's
with
his
you,
name?
Mr. Landry.
All right, for any of the pleas, you need to put in the chat box to the court coordinator what the agreement is. Your client
Okay,
that's on
I did
bond,
already.
they
I did
need
already.
his email address.
I did already. I did all that last night, Your Honor. And
All
my
right.
person in jail, I just need to communicate with the trial division to tell them which offer I'm taking.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 21.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone back from the breakout rooms?
I am, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Dan Rodriguez on Mr. Acosta.
Mr. Acosta, we have a offer that I'd like to communicate with him, but I don't know if he's on the Zoom right now.
Let me see. Danny Acosta. Danny Acosta.
And then on Mr. Eduardo Mejia.
Yes.
There is no offer at this point. There's still a lot of discovery that needs to be uploaded by the state. And I did file a writs of habeas corpus.
Just 1 second. Let me find your person on the docket. Mejia. Norma, do you see Danny? I'm sorry, is it Mejia? Do you see them anywhere on the docket?
Mejia?
I give you cause numbers if you need.
No, I just need his full name. It is, Judge, give me 1 second.
Rojas Mejia.
Oh,
on
it's
page-
Rojas.
Yeah, 10 and the first page.
Thank you. So it shows on here that Ricardo Ramos is the attorney. Is Ricardo Ramos not the attorney?
Your Honor, I'm not. Hang on 1 second. I know that I filed a notice of appearance on one of the cases.
I'm on 2 cases, Judge.
I'm on one.
I believe there was 3 total filed, so I'm not sure if Mr. Rodriguez was hired on all of them.
All right, so
No,
it's
just the one.
so it's Eduardo Rojas Mejia, is that correct?
Yes, Eduardo Ernesto Rojas Mejia.
All right, and is he in jail, Mr. Rojas? Let me see if he's on the screen.
He is, Judge. He's under L6, if I'm not mistaken.
And there's a total of 3 cases?
I have 1 report, Judge, and that's what I can gather from an affidavit, basically.
Which cause number are you on, Mr. Rodriguez?
3351.
All right, so you're saying that there are no offers. Where are we on the standpoint of discovery?
Can have the stuff that can be uploaded by today or emailed directly to Dan. And I guess if Rick is staying on the other 2, I'll just email them directly to Rick. There's a lot of digital discovery that I can't ever upload. Just because separating it out would be too difficult. I'm not saying all of it is criminal, but they would need to make an appointment to come in, and it would probably have to be over the course of a few days just to go through it all.
All right, Norma, on Eduardo Rojas Mejia, can I get a 30-day reset and it'll be for discovery?
We can come back on June 4th.
All right, so no, Norma, we can't do June 4th. That's
June 1st.
jury. All right, so Norma has said we will be back on June 1st. At that time, I'm expecting you all to have all the discovery issues worked out.
Okay.
So do you all need to speak to your client?
If I could, that'd be great, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm being called right now to Atascosa, so may I be excused? And
Yes, you're excused. If you don't need to speak to your client, that's fine.
I'll visit the client in jail.
I'll let him know what's going on, Dan. And
all right, thanks, Rick. And I'll call you, Rick.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Rojas, who's in custody. I'm going to send you to a breakout room with your attorney. And let me see. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3. And defense, when you come back from speaking with your client needs to come back to the main room.
Okay, Judge, I'll get him back in here.
Oh, Rick, I'm gonna jump in there with you real quick so I can get your email.
And Judge, I just wanted to announce that I've conferred with the state. I've talked to
Just one second. Albert Gutierrez,
Yes, Your Honor.
what is happening with your client Santos Paula?
Judge, we're still doing discovery. I was appointed April 8th. It was post indictment. There's a forensic video that I need to see. I have not received the statement of my client, which should be uploaded hopefully this week. And anyway, I mean, I'm not quite in the beginning stages, but I'd like a regular reset just to kind of go over those things.
All right, Norma, on this one, can you give them a 30-day reset for discovery, please?
June 1st.
All right, we'll see you back on June 1st for discovery.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You and your client are excused.
Very well. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you need to speak to your client?
If he's readily available, if not, I can visit with him.
All right, let me see if he's on the screen. Yes, he is here.
Okay, thank you.
I will send him to breakout room number 2. When you finish speaking to him, please have him come back to the main room. Mr. Serrano, go to breakout room number 2, please.
Your Honor, Joseph Stateson, back in breakout
just
room.
1 moment, 1 second.
Judge,
John, yes.
Judge, he's a Spanish speaker.
All right.
Oh, Albert speaks Spanish.
But I don't know if he understood you, Judge.
Santos, si puedes ir al cuarto número 2, ahí está en la computadora.
Okay, Albert, why are you assuming that I could not have said that in Spanish? All right, we'll see if he goes there.
I did not assume. I thought there was a request.
No, I'm working on my Spanish. It's coming along slowly but surely. John Perez, are you back?
Yes, Judge, I am on Edward Morales.
Yes.
There's discovery that I haven't had a chance to view yet. The pipe bursting kind of messed up the computers for defense attorneys to view stand examination videos. So I've been told that they're working on that. So if we can just get a reset so I can make an appointment and view those.
All right, we were here on April 1st with the same issue. This is the last time it will be reset for that. Norma, can you recall Edward Morales for discovery? If you can give them a month, please.
I'm sorry, Judge, I was on the phone with the jail asking for Mr. Serrano to go to the breakout. Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, on Edward Morales, can you give them a month reset for discovery?
June 1st.
All right, we'll see you and your client back on June 1st. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Jonathan Watkins, are you back?
Is Mr. Morales in jail?
No, he's on bond.
Okay.
No, Mr. Morales, you can log off now.
Jonathan Watkins. Bye, John.
Bye,
Chilling, bye.
All right, Joseph Stetson.
Yes, Your Honor. On Adam Gonzalez, aggravated robbery, CTD case, I conferred, and Monica signed a discovery acknowledgement. Marcus gave it to us just now. Monica signed it, and client is in the courtroom. The deputy, I believe, checked him in the chat box, and we're asking for a jury trial.
All right, have you tendered the offer to your client?
I believe Monica had previously gone over that.
All right, I'm going to send you a courtroom. Can you go to breakout room number 6? I want to make sure that he has the offer, Mr. Stetson.
Yes, Judge.
Kelly Piddle, are you back?
Judge, I had to log out and log back in. Can I be put into a breakout room to wait for Tom, please? My apologies.
No problem. You're in breakout room number 7.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Zachary Munoz for Nathaniel Tristan. I'm sorry, apologies for interrupting here. I never received an invite to that breakout room to speak with Mr. Martin.
Yes, I put you in breakout room number 15.
My apologies.
All right, no problem. I'll send you to 15.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Oh, no problem. Nathaniel Navy, are you back?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I speak to Zachary Prince briefly in a breakout room? My client?
Is your client in custody or on bond?
No, he's on bond. He's on Zoom, Judge.
All right, Mr. Prince, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8 to speak with your attorney. Orlando Castagnon.
Yes, Judge, I've conferred with the state, spoken with my client. We don't have an agreement. I believe we'll just need a trial setting.
All right, Roland Davis, where are you?
He's in custody. He's on Zoom.
Roland Davis, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Davis, it's my understanding that you are requesting a jury trial. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and defense, you have all the discovery?
I believe so, Judge. I believe we signed a discovery acknowledgement.
Norma, on Roland Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we able to call him back on May 27th so I can give him his jury date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you'll be back on May 27th. And Norma, you can let the jail know they can take back 14P.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davis, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements that are reached. If later you change your mind and decide to accept a plea bargain agreement, the court will only accept a plea that's open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Davis, good luck to you. Have a great rest of your day. And Mr. Castagnon, unless you have someone else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Ray Martinez, that was a jury trial. Rick Crow, are you back? All right, Joseph Stetson, you're back with Mr. Gonzalez?
Not yet, Your Honor. I had a slight delay. I haven't gone in the breakout room. I'm about to enter the breakout room.
All right, thank you. Robert Porter.
I'm back, Judge.
Yes, what is happening on Mr. Curry?
We're still wanting our jury trial, Judge.
All right, is your client on bond or in custody?
He's on bond, Judge.
All right, Mr. Curry, are you there?
I don't see him, Judge. I know I visited with him yesterday afternoon or talked to him. I'll try to locate.
All right, thank you. We'll wait for him to show up.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Scott Hill.
Yes, Judge. I've conferred with Joe Ray, and we're still needing a trial.
All right, is your client on the screen?
Judge, he's attempting to right now. He's having some problems. So I don't know if he's on right now or not.
Mr. Bunke, I don't see him on the screen, so I'll wait for him to appear.
Okay.
Eric Hernandez, are you back?
Yes, Your Honor, I was conferring with my client. If I could be placed in a breakout room or in line to speak with Joe Ray Garcia. I'm in 13 right now, so if you want to just let
Yes,
him know to
you'll go
join
back
me
to
there when
number
he can.
13. They'll meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
Jackson Lindsay, are you back?
I am, Judge. I've conferred with the state, received an offer. I just need to convey it to my client, and I don't see him.
All right, if you want to zoom out and zoom back in. Zachary Munoz, are you here? Robert Wilson? Kelly McGinnis? James Toshi, you're back on Mr. Watson?
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to speak to Mr. Watson, Judge. We are at an impasse and we'll be asking for a jury trial, but I do want to talk to my client.
All right, have him come back to the breakout, back from the breakout room to the main room, and I'll give you your next date. Mr. Watson, if you'll go to breakout room number 18, please. And Mr. Tochi, if you'll go back to 18.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Volk, are you back? John Fox, Mr. Hilly. All right, Ernest Acevedo. Who do you have, and are they criminal trial division or family violence?
It's criminal trial division, Judge Jonathan Cruz. I am currently waiting on a report. It is almost done. We've been checking on it. It's quite extensive. But
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 22.
to talk to who? Or, I mean, I think there's not much we can do today without the report. It has to stay on the trial docket. But if there's going to be a chance for a plea, it's going to be after Tom gets a chance to see the expert's report.
No, so you can talk to the state so I can find out how long whatever you all need is going to take, because I don't know.
So Judge, or what Ernie said is what's going on. It has been going on. It's just whenever that expert is done with that report.
And who is this expert? Does anybody know when this is going to be done? That's my question.
It's within a couple of weeks of being done, Judge. The vast majority of it is done. There's some family members that we had some difficulty finding that knew about his upbringing that he had to contact, but that's happened in the last week. And he said that's all he needs left to complete his report.
What is your client's full name?
Jonathan Cruz, I think I have it as Jonathan Cruz Garcia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, this is the last reset that I'm going to give for experts, because I show that this has been going on with the experts since January. That's what I have in my file. So is 3 weeks enough time for your expert?
I believe that will be enough, Judge.
All right, Norma, on Jonathan Garcia, can you recall this for 3 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am, I can bring him back on the 28th.
All right, we'll see you and your client back on the 28th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. If you don't have anyone else with us, you're excused.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. And everyone, just give me one moment, please.
Judge, is Garcia out already, or is he come out?
Yeah,
You bring him
just, no, he's not. I don't see him out on the screen.
out? Okay, I will tell him not to bring him out then.
All right, thank you. Anthony Cantrell, who do you have?
Judge, I have Bolferano Avila. I would like to confer. I didn't see, he's in jail. There he is.
All right.
There he
Is
is.
it criminal trial division or family violence?
It's a criminal trial division.
Judge, it's 701.
Both.
Oh, both. Okay.
Sorry. Is it 701 or criminal trial division?
Well,
It's
All
both.
right. Okay. All right, Anthony Cantrell, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Jonathan Perez,
Hey, good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. Who do you have?
Judge, I got a recall. I just got the meeting ID. It's on a Brian Pinkney. There's a motion to substitute in there, Judge. I'm having trouble getting some discovery. I just wanted to bring it to the court's attention that we could get that done. And also, Judge, my client, he's been at every setting while he's been incarcerated. And also, since he's gotten out, Judge, and he has COVID, I am trying to get the court more documentation, the actual email and everything to verify.
All right, so is your client criminal trial division or family violence?
Yes, Your Honor, criminal trial division.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room, and if you can discuss that with the state.
Okay.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
My client, Mr. Von Fatke, is logged in.
All right, Mr. Von Fatke, where are you? All right, we'll wait for him to respond. Joseph Stetson on
Yes, Your
Adam
Honor.
Gonzalez.
Yes, I went over the offer. He's in front of the courtroom video monitor,
Yes.
and we are still requesting a jury trial.
All right, Norma, what day can we call this back?
On the 27th, Judge.
All right, so we'll come back on May 27th. At that time, the court will give him a jury trial setting. Mr. Gonzalez, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements that are reached after today. So if you wish to enter a plea after today, the court will only accept a plea that is open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to bring you back then on the 27th of May. And Mr. Stetson, unless you have someone else with us, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Gonzalez, you can exit the courtroom.
Well, wait until he gets his reset form.
Reset form. I apologize, Your Honor.
No problem. All right, if you don't have anyone else with us, you're excused, Mr. Stetson.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Maybe, yes.
On Zachary Prince, Judge, I have a motion to withdraw on file. I've discussed that with my client. He's aware.
Okay. Let me see if I have the motion to withdraw. Just give me a second. All right, to the clerks, I need the motion to withdraw on Zachary Prince. I don't have it. We'll take that up as soon as I receive the motion.
Okay, no problem, Judge. And then I also have on Stellano Daniels, Judge.
Yes.
This is my first setting on his case. I would just ask, if possible, to get a 30-day reset to continue going over his discovery and discussing that with him.
Mr. Navy, I understand this is your first setting. His plea deadline date has already expired, and it expired back in January.
And
So-
I'm aware, Judge. I discussed that with him.
All right, how long have you been on this case?
Probably 30 days or less, Judge.
Okay. Oh, here it is. It's not in here. Okay. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Because you're the new attorney, I'll recall it in a week. If you want me to recall it in a week for you to consider or discuss with him the plea offer, would you like that or no?
I would, Judge. I would. Yes, I would.
All right, now we have another issue with him.
And I'm aware of that, Judge. The violation report from pretrial services.
All right, you're going to need to confer with the state over this.
Okay. We did discuss that, Judge. I think we were just gonna, or maybe it would be better to discuss it again just to see if we can come to an agreement.
All right, so I'll take up the issue of setting him once you've discussed with the state about the violation report.
Okay.
All right, and if you will go back to breakout room number 8, please. And Mr. Vonke is now on. Who's the attorney for Von Vonke?
It's me, Scott Hill, Judge.
All right, so you're saying that you're requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Judge.
All right, we'll see you back on May 27th. At that time, I will give you and your client a date. Mr. Vonke, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements that are reached at this time. What will end up happening if you decide to enter a plea bargain agreement, the court will only take pleas that are open to the court. So we will see you all on the 27th.
All right. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, and your client is excused.
Thank you.
Eric Hernandez, we're still waiting on Mr. McGarity.
He's on, Your Honor. He's on the Samsung SM device.
All right, what is happening with Mr. McGarity?
At this point, it's looking, I don't know if we have a plea deadline or not, but he's requesting a jury trial. He's rejecting the state's offers.
Yes, no, today is the final day for him to enter a plea bargain agreement.
Okay. I will be glad to discuss with him one more time what that means and explain that to him. But at this point, he's asking for trial.
All right, if you want to discuss that with him today, because today is the last day that the court will consider that. And after that, I'm going to give you a date to come back and this will be tried.
Very well, Your Honor. If you just place me in a breakout room so I can go over that one more time with him, just to make sure he understands what's at stake.
Yes, just
Thank
one
you,
moment. You're in breakout room number 13. If you'll go
I am.
back to 13. And Mr. McGarity, if you will go back to 13, please. Okay. Jonathan, I'm sorry, James Toshi, what is happening with Mr. Watson? And then I'll take up Jonathan Watkins. I cannot hear you, Mr. Toshi.
I'm sorry, my microphone was off. We did confer, Judge. Keep us in a trial formation, please.
All right, Andre Watson, is he on bond?
No, ma'am, he is in custody. He should be there on the screen.
Let's see. Mr. Watson, can you unmute for me, please?
Can you hear me,
All right.
ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you, Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, my understanding from your defense counsel is that you're requesting a jury trial.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to bring you back on the 27th. At that time, I will give you a jury trial date, and that's the time when you will go to trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll bring you back on May 27th. Defense, do you have all the discovery?
I do, Judge.
All right, then, Mr. Toshi, you're excused. Norma, can you let them know that L10, Mr. Watson can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Jonathan Watkins.
Yep. I was
Yes.
able to confer with Mr. Martin. I'm still relatively new on these cases, Judge, and I'm probably going to have to get an investigator involved. He relayed the previous offer to me. I still have to go over that with my client, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to take it. I don't want to speak for him, but I'd still like
So
some
is
time.
your client Mike Anthony Marino?
Michael Moreno, Judge, yes.
Is it Michael or Mike? Because I have Mike.
It's Michael, Judge. This should have been a recall from last week. I was out of town.
What is his cause number?
Okay, one of his cause numbers is 2021 CR 2280.
All right, and what's the other?
The other one is 2020 CR 6152.
Okay.
And then I got 2020 CR 78.
Wait, just 1 second. One second. I'm sorry. Could you put those numbers in the chat box to Ferguson, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. And what we'll do, since you're fairly new on the case, we'll give you a reset, but I'm going to have Norma grab the files for me, okay? So just give me a moment.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Jonathan Perez on Brian Pickney.
Yes, Your Honor. I've got Marcus's info, Judge. I've been talking with him. The only recent development that's been in the case, Judge, is that my client's now on bond. I was trying to get that motion to sub signed, Judge, that way I can obtain the discovery. And I'll be in contact with Marcus regarding the case, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see if I have that motion.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I think, because I believe this is one of Saul's clients, and I think it's still in his name, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, to the clerks, I need a motion to substitute on 2020 CR 11806, please. I don't have it. And Norma, on Brian Pickney, where is your client, Mr. Perez?
Your Honor, my clients, we're getting some more information. I guess more documentation, I should say. He's got COVID right now. I just wanted to give the court that documentation.
Okay. Mr. Perez?
Yes, Your Honor.
No motion has been filed and it's not in our system.
Okay.
I'm going to call you back at 2 p.m. and the motion needs to be filed and in the system.
You got it. I'll make sure it's in there, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll see you back at 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Jonathan Watkins, we're just pulling the file. Just give me a moment. Rick Crow.
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Yes, what is happening with Adam Valles?
My client rejected any plea bargain offer, and I think he wants to go to trial.
Mr.
He does want to go to
Valles,
trial.
you need to unmute yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, jury trials are now starting in Bexar County. I'm going to recall your case for May 27th. And at that time, I will give you your jury trial date. And just so everyone is aware, your jury trial date from that date will probably be in less than 2 weeks. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Crow, do you have all of the discovery from the state?
Oops, I do, Your Honor.
All right, then you and your client are excused. You need to come back on May 27th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, and Jonathan Watkins? Jonathan Watkins.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, Judge.
Right. Your clients, these cases are from 2020. The only one that's new is an assault from 2021. I will give you a 2-week reset. That will be your plea deadline date. There will be no further resets on this case. Norma, what date can they come back?
The 20th, Judge.
All right, we'll see you on May 20th. Make sure your client's here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Will.
thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a lovely day and happy Mother's Day to your mom.
Oh, thank you. She appreciates that. You have a great day too.
Take care, Judge.
All right, bye-bye. Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, everyone, just give me 5 minutes. I need to sign some documents. All right, everyone, I am back. David Vogt on Jorge Valdez. Okay, he appears to be talking to somebody else. Nathaniel Navy. Nathaniel Navy. All right, John Fox.
Yes, Judge. We had a good conversation. There's a few minor discovery issues that we're trying to mop up. Can I ask maybe for that, I know that May 27th date you were throwing on, if you can bring me back then, we may have a plea to do by that date if everything goes as predicted.
So are you using a mop as opposed to a vacuum cleaner?
Oh, I don't know about that, but
when you say there are a few things to mop up, is it a
yeah,
Swiffer?
well, there's some recordings of some phone things that the DA is looking into, and then there's a police report that now I've been made aware of that I have to look into. But it should be something that I can resolve by that date.
Okay, so I will bring you back. Norma, are we able to bring back Garnica on the 27th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you then and your client on the 27th.
All right, Judge, I'll do it. Good to see you. Thank you.
All right, you two have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, actually, Judge, can you put Ms. Garnica and I in a room before I go, and we'll just sign off from there?
Yes, let me find, you were in breakout room number 20.
I think it was 20, yes.
Yes. Ms. Garnica, if you could go to breakout room number 20, and then after that, you're excused, and we'll see you back on the 27th.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
You have a wonderful day.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Thank you.
All right. David Vogt.
Yes, Judge, I conferred with Hunter. We covered some ground. Where we're left right now is he's not made an offer yet. He's going to contact the victim, find out is there restitution, Does she even want to proceed with this? Is she okay with dismissal, deferred, plea on a different case? We're going to find all that out. He emailed his investigator while we were conferring. And so I don't know how much time he needs, but maybe if you can recall us on the 27th, hopefully by that time he will have spoken with her or not spoken with her and figure out how he wants to proceed. Mr. Valdez is present. Just for the court's information, we have been trying to confer on this pre-indictment. And so we've been, doing our best to try to keep it off your trial docket.
Okay. Norma, do you want to call this on the 27th or you want to recall it at a later date?
Later would be even better. The reason being, Judge, if there's restitution, that may require insurance documentation, stuff like that. So it gives us some extra time to get all that teed up for you.
All right. Norma, when do you want to recall this? Can I have a 30-day reset? Norma, you're on mute.
No, we can do the 28th, Judge.
All right, so we'll see you back on May 28th.
Okay, Judge. May me and Mr. Valdez be excused.
Yes.
You have a good one.
All right, thank you. You too. Rick Ramos, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with Mr. Rojas, and Oscar Salinas briefly joined me as well, so we were able to confer a little bit, Judge. We have a setting for June 1st that you gave us already, and we will get with the state before then to make sure we view all the videos that are not able to be uploaded.
All right, Norma, can you let them know that L6 can go back? Mr. Rojas, we'll see you back on June 1st.
Nos vemos el 1 de junio. Okay, Eduardo?
Adios. I'm working on my Spanish. That's all I know.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you. See, he can speak English. I always admire when people can speak.
There.
Yes, I always admire when people are able to speak fluently more than one language.
Yeah, I've
All
been
right,
here for 20 years.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Ramos, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Judge. Before I leave, can I bother you with one case that I filed a motion on earlier this week? I know it's off docket, and I know you're going to be mad.
No, just give me one moment with that. Norma, if you can let them know that L6 can go back. If you'll wait patiently, I'll come back around to you, Mr. Ramos.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Anthony Cantrell.
Yeah, Judge, unfortunately, we're still on the trial docket.
I mean, well, it's not unfortunately. This is the United States. My thing is if people want a jury trial, we'll make sure they have their jury trial. Is your client on bond or in custody?
He's in custody, Your Honor.
Mr. Avila?
Yep.
Let's see where he is. Did you leave him in a breakout room? Did he join you in a breakout room?
He was in breakout room 2.
No, I'm here, Your Honor.
There you
All right, Mr. Avila, my understanding is that you're requesting a jury trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we will give you a jury trial. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements unless they're open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, so your plea deadline has expired. Mr. Cantrell, have you received all the discovery?
I believe so, Your Honor, unless there's been new, but I'll make sure I get any before our court date.
Okay. Norma, do you want to bring this back on the 27th as well for me to give them their trial date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll come back on the 27th, Mr. Avila, and at that time, the court will give you your jury trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Norma, can you let them know that L7 can go back?
May I be excused, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you.
Zachary Munoz.
Yes, Your Honor. I tried to join that breakout room. I was never able to, I guess, get in there with Mr. Martin. I'm not sure if he's in.
Why were you unable to go to that breakout room? I specifically pressed you to go to that breakout room.
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I was able to get into the breakout room, but Mr. Martin wasn't there to confer with me. I'm not sure if he's in the meeting still, or if he.
No, he's still here.
I
So,
was getting through everybody that was here before you, and I'm doing paperwork.
yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I tell attorneys at the very beginning, these breakout rooms are like doctor's offices. So you're waiting for your blood pressure and your weight to be checked, and then the doctor will see you. But when you leave a breakout room, what that tells the state, because they see that the room is empty, that means that they either think they've already talked to you or whatever business you have with the court has been completed. So now you've been skipped over and they've gone on to the next person. So if you'll go back to that room and wait there patiently, they'll see that the room is occupied and they'll grab your chart off the door like they do at the doctor's office and they'll come in and see you.
All right. Yes, Your Honor. I'll do.
All
that.
right, put some, how many pockets do you have?
How many pockets do I have?
Yeah.
I guess 2, Your Honor.
All right, so pull the patience out of your pocket. My mom always tells me, keep some patience in your pocket. So pull it out as needed. And I'm sure Kelly McGinnis will share some with you if you need more.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Eric Hernandez. Has your client shown up?
He has, Your Honor. I've conferred with him. He is aware of the impact of setting this for jury trial and all pleas being removed, and he is still, we are going to jury trial in this matter, Your Honor.
All right, no, I'm fine with anyone who wants to go to jury trial.
I know, Your Honor, and I appreciate that. I just wanted to make sure he fully understood what was at stake, and so you granted me that opportunity, and I'm satisfied he is aware of what is at stake.
All right, and my understanding there are no discovery issues. That's the last notation I have. So do you have all discovery?
I do believe so.
Mr. McGarity?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're going to come back on May 27th. At that time, I'm going to give you your jury trial date, and your jury trial date may come as quickly as June 4th. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused, and we'll be back on the 27th, and at that time, I will give you your court date. If you do later decide to enter a plea, the court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
I think so, yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say you think so, but do you understand?
If not, Your Honor, I'll meet with him again in a breakout room to explain what that means.
Okay. I'll send you to a breakout room to explain that to him.
Will we be dismissed from there?
Yes, and you, once you've explained that to him, then you're dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank
Your Honor.
you. You're welcome. Have a good day.
I think we're still in 13, correct?
Yes, but your client has a problem going back to a room that he's left. So I'm going to send you all to number 11 just so it'll pop up for him.
Very well.
And Norma, do you see McGarity on the docket?
I'm trying to find him, Judge. Give me 1 second.
All right, thank you.
I know he's on here, Judge.
He's on the last page.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Kelly McGinnis. I just lost her.
I sent her back to room so I could talk to her, see where we're going.
Okay, all right, thank you. Judy Wimart, who do you have?
Morning, Judge. I have Renee Espinoza and Jonathan Streeter. I'm sorry, Alexander Streeter. And
They both criminal trial division or family violence?
One of each. I think Renee Espinoza is family violence and Jonathan Alexander Streeter is criminal trial division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 2. Stacy Cross.
Thank you, Judge.
Hello, Judge. I have Raul Suarez. He's in the courtroom.
I'm sorry, Alex Perez?
Raul Suarez.
Oh, Suarez.
Yes.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
Judge, if I may.
No, just 1 second. For some reason, I don't see you on the screen. There you are.
I'm in breakout room 5, Judge.
All right, I sent you to number 3. Yes, just 1 second. Hector Garza. Who do you have?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Judge. I have Daniel Brown.
I'll send you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Blakely Moore. Who do you have? You're muted.
Oh, sorry, Judge. I didn't know you were talking to me. Apologize.
Yes. Who do you
I
have?
Steve Wilson on or Francis Barnett.
Wait, Steve Wilson. What is your?
Robert Wilson and I are representing Francis Barnett. I think Mr. Wilson's been on all this morning.
CTD or criminal trial division?
It's
I'm sorry, criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal trial division. Sorry, Judge.
All right, no problem. I'll send you to breakout room number 5.
Judge, his colleague is at 16.
Thank you. All right, I'll send you to 16.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Rick Crow.
Yes, Your Honor. You just recently excused us, and I started conferring with my client, and he reminded me that there was a CPS report and an investigation that was done on him, and it is specifically Angela Ramirez, and I do not have that discovery.
What is your client's name?
Adam Valles, Valles.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room to discuss it with the state.
Okay.
I'll send you to breakout room number 5.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Nathaniel Navy, you're back?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm back. Ready to proceed on Stellano Daniels, Judge.
All right. Have you conferred with the state?
I did, Judge, and I think they were just going to leave the decision up to you on whether to continue the client on bond as he is or alter it in some way.
All right, just one moment.
Judge, before you proceed, can you put Hector Garza in with his client, Daniel Brown, please? Inmate Daniel Brown. He's 14A, please.
Mr. Brown, if you can go to breakout room number 4, please.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Let me have the parties. Who are the parties on this, please?
David Martin's with the state on this one.
All right, Maria, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 11380, State of Texas versus Stalolando Daniels. Could I have the parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Daniel, Judge.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Daniels, I need you to unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
do you have any objections to this proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, the court is in receipt of a violation report. It appears that the defendant has violated a no contact order by texting someone. Defense and state, have you reviewed the report?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have you both had a chance to confer over this report?
We have.
Yes.
Defense?
Judge, I would just argue that this is a screenshot, obviously, of what appears to be a text message conversation. There's no date associated with it. Additionally, my client says that he has blocked the alleged victim's phone number, and this text message conversation actually looks like my client said that this is through an app called Life 360. I actually have the same app, Judge, so I can confirm that this is the same format that app actually uses. And I think that the fact that this is through an app corroborates my client's claim that he has actually blocked her number, because if you were going to text somebody, it wouldn't really make sense to text them through an app like this, which isn't really typically used for texting. Why wouldn't you just text somebody through your texting app on your phone through the phone number? And I think that probably conveniently, the beginning of the text conversation is left off, which I believe would show that the alleged victim initiated the text conversation with my client. And I spoke with my client. He understands that even if she reaches out to him, he's not to respond. He's not to do anything like that. I would just ask that you allow him to continue on his bond as it currently is. As you can see, his responses in the text conversation are not threatening in any way or anything like that, Judge. I just believe if we just reiterate that he's not to even respond, even if she reaches out to him, he will abide by that, Judge. So I would just ask that you continue him on his bond as it currently is.
All right, and is he on GPS house arrest?
I do not believe that he is, Judge.
Mr. Daniels, are you on house arrest?
No, ma'am.
Are you on GPS?
No, ma'am.
State?
Judge, we'll just leave it up to the court's discretion. Obviously, there was a conversation that was going on, and we only have a small sample of what that conversation could have been without any certainty as to who initiated the conversation. I mean, it doesn't appear to be through a known email or a known phone number or in-person contact for sure. I mean, without more information, I don't feel comfortable right now kind of recommending some sort of punishment or added conditions until I can determine for sure who actually initiated that conversation.
Okay. All right, Mr. Daniels, you're not
Yes,
allowed to
ma'am.
have any contact with her. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if she were to contact you, then you should not, and you cannot respond to it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to start calling the police because this is ruining my
No,
life.
here's timeout. I'm not into any relationship that people enter into. That's them entering into that relationship. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can speak to your attorney. Your attorney can give you whatever advice that your attorney feels you should be given. I'm not here to give advice. I'm not a relationship counselor, although I could have been one probably, but I am not. So you would need to speak to your attorney. I'm only here to deal with your bond conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'll leave the conditions as they are. I am writing that you've been admonished that you're not to have contact with her. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you.
All right, so what we're going to do on this case, Mr. Nady, you said that you were fairly new.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. I would just the offer.
I'm sorry,
with
Counsel, you broke up. Excuse me, Counsel, you broke up a little bit. Could you please repeat that?
No problem. I just was going to say that that's correct, Judge. I've been recently put on this case, and if I could just get some time to go over the discovery with my client and discuss the offer with him.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Because you're brand new, I'm going to extend his plea deadline date to the 27th. If he does not accept a plea on that date, on the 27th, I will give him his trial date and when he needs to come to trial.
Thank you, Judge.
Welcome. And have you received all of the discovery, or do you know if you have all the discovery yet?
I just started going through it, Judge, so I don't know if there's any more requests I need to make, but if there is, I'll get with the state.
All right, so we'll see you all back on the 27th. Again, Mr. Daniels, you are not to have any contact. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I promise I won't.
All right, thank you. You both are excused.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I actually had one other motion to withdraw on Zachary Prince.
All right, just give me a moment on that one.
Your Honor, whenever you are ready for a report.
All right, just give me 1 second, please.
Thank you.
All right, where's Mr. Prince? Zachary Prince, could you unmute, please?
Yes, Judge.
All right, your attorney has filed this motion to withdraw from your case.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objections to that?
No, ma'am.
State, do you have any objections to defense withdrawing?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Navy, I've signed your motion.
Thank you, Judge.
And you are excused unless you have someone else with us.
No, Judge, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Prince.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you afford to hire an attorney, or do you need one appointed to you?
Right now, I would need one appointed. I can get another one in about a week or so.
All right, we're going to recall your case in 2 weeks.
Okay.
And at that time, if you can't afford an attorney, we will have you interviewed for one to be appointed to you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Norma, on Zachary Prince, can we recall this in 2 weeks, please?
Yes, ma'am. Is he on the docket for today, Judge?
Yes, he's on page 5.
Page 5. Okay. Is that for 2 weeks, Judge?
Yes.
He can come back on the 20th.
All right, we're going to have you come back on May 20th. At that time, you either need to have hired an attorney and have them appear by Zoom, or either we will have you interviewed to have one appointed.
Okay.
All right, with that, you're excused.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Everyone, just give me a moment for me to see if I have documents to sign. All right, Mr. Hilly, you had updates for me? Thomas Hilly. All right. Hector Garza. You're on mute.
Judge, on Healy, he has 2 pleas ready to go.
All right, then I'm just waiting for the state to bring me whatever they need to bring me. And is it a plea?
On one is an MTR and the other one is a plea, Judge.
Okay.
And Judge, I just need to get into a breakout room with the prosecutor.
We've had him for
1 second.
almost 6 months. He needs to come and view them in the office. If he wants a copy of them, he needs to file a motion.
All right, to the clerks, if you'll go to breakout room number 1, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Hilly, I sent you to breakout room number 1.
Oh, actually, I need to go to Mr. Riojas one more time, please.
All right,
Mr.
you'll
Riojas.
go to breakout room number 1, please. And Mr. Riojas, go to breakout room number 1, please. All right, Hector Garza.
Yeah, I need to speak with the prosecutor.
All right, if you go to breakout room number 5, a prosecutor will meet you there. Rick Crow.
Yes, Judge. I discovered that I do not have all of the CPS records, and I have to make an appointment to go down to the 5th floor to go pick them up.
Okay.
All
right, well, that's...
It was my fault, I think. But I apologize, but I didn't realize that it wasn't, I didn't have them all, but.
Yeah, that's actually incorrect. You need to make an appointment to come and view them. We won't give you a copy of them unless there's a court order.
Yes, you'll have to follow
look
motion.
at them, but we're not going to give them over to you without a court order.
So if you want a copy.
Okay, well then I guess I'm gonna need.
Yes, and that needs to be done. And because on the date that I've given you, that's the date where I'm giving you all your jury trial dates. So whatever discovery that you're supposed to have, you need to file whatever motion. CPS records are not allowed to be handed over to defense without a court order.
Okay. And do we need to specially set that, or can I file the motion and then?
You need to file the motion and you can zoom in.
Take it.
Yes. Just file the motion and contact the court coordinator and she'll have you zoom in.
And then do I need to make an appointment to go look at them as well, or?
Oh, that's something you'll have to confer with the state about.
Question for David Martin.
Yes, you'll have to confer with the state about when.
David.
Yes. And if you
I would like to do both.
Okay, then I'm sure Mr. Martin will put in the chat box who you need to call in order to schedule an appointment.
Okay.
With them. All right.
I mean, and until they get the 5th floor back where it's habitable, we're not setting up appointments really.
All right, you guys can work that off docket. If it's something that I need to do, just let me know and I will make it happen. All right, Kelly Piddle on Brianna Mitchell.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Crow. Have a good day.
Yes, Judge. Tom and I have
Thank you as well.
this morning. Tom, you're on mute, buddy.
Judge, could we go to a breakout room?
Yes. Kelly Piddle, if you go back to breakout room number 7, please. All right, Miss Mitchell, Brianna Mitchell, you and your attorney are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Miss McGinnis.
Yes, Judge. I've spoken to my client, Miss Bagley. She's on the screen. I am filing a motion at the moment for a bond reduction that I've spoken to Marcus about, and he's willing to agree to the terms. So I was going to get it filed and email it to the court if that's okay for a signature.
All right, excuse me, Sienna Ray, just give us a moment. Your case hasn't been rescheduled yet. Just give me a second.
And I also had one other question or request for Miss Bagley. If she were not to make bond, Judge, I don't know if it's something that I can ask you in private with Marcus in a breakout room.
Yes, I'll see you all in the breakout room.
Okay.
Marcus, can you go to breakout room number 6, please? And Kelly McGinnis, I'm trying to find you on the screen.
I'm right here.
That's okay.
Sometimes helps when I talk, I guess.
Yeah. All right. There you are, number 6.
Okay.
And Norma Ferguson, can you come to number 6, please?
She said
All right, anyone back from the breakout rooms?
Yes, Your Honor. Is that, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. I just got back out of the breakout room. I'm here for Nathan Tristan. Just spoke with Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin has conveyed, I guess, a more updated offer. I would need, if I can get a short reset to be able to relay that information to the lead counsel and for us to discuss it with with our client to decide whether or not he will be accepting such an offer.
Okay, all right, this is an old case. It's from 2019. And
Yes.
so what I'm going to do, Norma, on Mr. Tristan, Nathaniel Tristan, can you recall this back for Friday of next week? And at that time, he can either accept the plea bargain agreement or not. And is Mr. Featherston his attorney or you?
I guess I'm also on the trial team as well, Your Honor. But
Okay, no problem.
He's lead counsel.
All right, thank you. Norma, on Nathaniel Tristan, can you recall this back in a week? You're muted.
On the 14th.
All right, we'll see you back on the May 14th. That will be your plea deadline date.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You and your client are excused.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Jackson Lindsay.
Yes, Judge, my client has made it on the Zoom. His name appears as Jose Celedonio with a C. I've conferred with the state. They've given me an offer. I just need to speak to him about it real briefly.
All right, have you conferred with him?
Not yet. I need to confer with him. I did call him on the phone, got him onto Zoom, so he's here now.
Okay, and where is he listed?
His name is Jose Celedonio. And it's there's no picture. I just see his name. And it's
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you.
And Mr. Celedonio, if you'll go to 3. Stacy Cross.
Yes, Judge, I haven't conferred with the state yet. I'm still waiting in the breakout room, but my client needs to go, he's in the courtroom. He needs to go put money in his meter or he's
Yes.
going to end up getting his car towed or ticket. So he just needs permission to leave the courtroom
Yes,
temporarily.
he can put money in his meter.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right,
I don't
and I'm
know if
gonna
the bailiff
send you-
heard that.
All right, and I'm gonna move you to breakout room number 6.
Okay.
And you're waiting to confer with
The state.
and if someone from the state criminal trial division can go to breakout room number 6. Kimber Ward, who do you have? Kimber Ward.
I have Jade West, Your Honor. I was hoping I could talk to the state, I guess.
All right, is it criminal trial division or family violence?
I believe mine is the criminal trial division.
I'll send you to breakout room number 7.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Rodolfo Cepeda, we were waiting for Mr. Ramiro, is that correct?
He was there in court, Your Honor. I want to speak to Judge Longoria. He set for Ramiro approaching Monday. So there was an active warrant out of his court.
Yes, and so what is happening with County Court 5 case?
Well, the judge told me to go back on Monday and talk to him.
All right, Deputy Laura, do you have Mr. Romero in the courtroom, please?
No, Your Honor, he was already taken into custody.
Okay, all right, well, we'll just recall it for Monday, Mr. Zepeda. And at that time, we will make sure that we have someone from pretrial services on the Zoom as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
Norma, on Mr. Romero, can we recall that for Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we will see then you and your client on Monday.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you for your patience. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Norma, can you put his SID number in the chat so I can order him for Monday?
I will.
Thank you.
All right, Jackson Lindsay, you're back.
Yes, Judge, I've conveyed the state's offer to my client. At this point in time, he wants a jury trial setting, so.
All right, and Norma, can you let them know that L24, Miss Bagley, can go back, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Celadonio and Miss McGinnis, unless you have someone else with us, you're excused as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Jose Celadonio, could you unmute yourself, please?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. So defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
I have.
Let me find you. I'm on the docket. Just give me a moment. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find him on our docket.
That's okay.
Judge, I'm sorry, who are you looking for?
Celedonia.
Page 7 on top.
All right, thank you. All right, Norma, on this one.
Yes, ma'am.
He's requesting a jury trial. Do we recall him back on the 27th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Celadonio, we'll
Yes,
call you
ma'am.
back on the 27th. At that time, I will give you your jury trial date. No plea bargain agreements will be accepted at that time. The court will only accept agreements that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there is nothing else, then Mr. Lindsay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good day.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Thank you.
All right, and then I have Landry, Kendrick Landry,
He's ready
Yes,
for
ma'am.
plea, Your Honor.
who is the state's attorney.
I confer,
Let me just see.
Dave,
Just me,
I
Judge.
conferred with Mr. David, Your Honor.
All right, you need to show your video.
And I'm also ready on Mr. Riojas, Your Honor, after this, if the court is.
All right, just give me a moment. All right, anyone who's not a part of this hearing, I need you to please mute. Court is calling 2021 CR 0147, State of Texas versus Kendrick Landry. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
David Martin.
for the defense?
Thomas Hill,
And are you Mr. Landry?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state or the defense?
No objection.
none, Your Honor.
Mr. Landry, I'm going to show you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court is showing defense counsel what is entitled Acknowledgement of Discovery. Did you review all the discovery with your attorney? I'm sorry, with your client, and have you received all your discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Landry, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are proceeding on count 1 only, and we'll waive all the other counts. But count
Any
1 as it is.
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Landry, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and the Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that what you're charged with is burglary of a habitation, intent to commit assault? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Landry, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
One more time, please.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 1. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. The state will remain silent on your applications. They're requesting the BIPP course, parenting classes, no contact with Raul Guerrero and Priscilla Rodriguez, no contact with 3114 East Commerce Street. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
None, Your Honor.
Then Mr. Landry, to count 1 in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Offer states 1 with the attachments.
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Landry, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call them the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand today that the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Apologies, my phone froze.
David, can you check the chat?
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt. Norma, what day can we come back for this? He's on bond.
Give me 1 second, Judge. Let me look. It's for a PSI, Judge?
Yes, and he'll need to be in the court.
In the court. Okay, give me 1 second. You can come back on June 23rd, Judge.
Oh, Your Honor, if I may, maybe a little bit longer, because I really want to make sure that I'm prepared for this open plea, and I want to make sure that I find some witnesses on his behalf, Your Honor.
All right, that's more than a month.
Okay.
All right.
Am I allowed to speak on my behalf?
Well,
Just
Your
give
Honor,
us- Yes.
oh, one more thing. At this point, it says I'm in Del Rio, but it's always changing, of course. In Del Rio on that day, for sure, I'm going to be in Del Rio in person. And am I going to be by person or by Zoom?
Your client needs to be in court.
Or I can be by Zoom? Then it is
Yes.
fine. And my witnesses can be also in person by Zoom?
Yes, they can be by Zoom.
Okay. And also I have a request on his behalf, Your Honor, if I may, pending sentencing.
Yes.
I, at this point, makes all a motion, which is opposed by the state, for the monitor to be removed. My client works at Little Caesar, and he has a hard time getting overtime because he can't always, he's trying to get a better job and trying to show the court he can be productive, and he also is taking care of his child. And we asked the court maybe to consider modifying the monitor, Your Honor.
All right. And is the state in agreement to that motion or no?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so this is what we'll do. If you'll contact the court coordinator, because today we're just here for the plea, if you'll contact her, she will put you on the docket as soon as possible, and I will hear that motion, and you'll need to bring some documentation or send to the court by exhibit with the state included in that exhibit with his work schedule. But for
Thank
now,
you so much.
that'll be denied, but just file a motion.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, what time on the 23rd?
If they're going to have witnesses, Judge, it's going to be in the afternoon at 2 o'clock.
All right, so.
And that's exactly the time that my sentencing, which only my sentencing would be 10 minutes over there. So
No,
if the court would
that's
be
fine.
patient. Okay.
Yes, we'll be patient.
Okay.
All right, we will see you then, Mr. Landry. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Probation will tell you what you need to do, and I'll order a TAP evaluation as well. And I think we lost your client, Mr. Hilly. So as soon as he zooms back in, we'll send him to the breakout room with probation.
Thank you so much. And I'm also ready on a jail plea when the court is. And I would like to briefly, if Mr. Marcus is there, advise him of my some changed plans on behalf of my client.
All right, if you'll send that to him in the chat box.
Okay, I can do that. I apologize.
Thank you. No problem. And Mr. Sanders, if you could show your video, please.
Sorry, Judge.
Oh, no problem.
Judge Kimber Ward back from the breakout room whenever you have a chance.
Thank you. Court is calling 2020 CR 8616W State of Texas versus Robbie Lee Riojas. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders for the state.
For the defense?
Thomas Hiller for the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Riojas?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by the by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Riojas, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
The only two papers I signed was the same consent for
Now, I'm talking about the motion to revoke. Did you review that with your attorney?
You only give me one.
No, not that I have no.
Now I received.
All right. Defense?
I just called.
Yes, Your Honor. Let me go break out room. Make sure he understands.
I did put it.
Yes.
Right in the fax machine.
Okay. I'll send you to breakout room number 3.
Apologies, Judge. My phone.
All right, Galaxy J2, I'm going to send you to a breakout room with probation. So they will tell you where you need to be, okay? And you need to make sure you unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And Kevin Hernandez, if you can go to breakout room number 2, please. And Kimber Ward, what is happening with your case?
Your Honor, I discussed it a little bit with the state, but my client just did get another charge, and I haven't had a chance to go over that one in depth yet to really work out all these cases possibly. So I was hoping I could get a reset to examine that charge better.
Jade West, I need you to unmute and show your video.
I'm trying.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you put Judy Wimmert in a breakout room with an ADA in family violence, please?
Judy Wimmert, if you go to breakout room number 3.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ms. West, stop walking. All right, we were here in March. This was recalled for April 1st. And now we're back here in May because supposedly you've been charged with new cases.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is the last time I'm giving you a reset on this case. There will be no other resets. So if you're charged with other cases or you pick up new cases, the only concern I'm going to have is for this case that's before me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Ward, what are you asking for?
Just a regular 30-day reset would be okay.
Norma?
Yes,
On
ma'am.
Miss Jade West, will you give her a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. She can come back on. She can come back on June 2nd, Judge.
All right, we will see you back on June 2nd.
Great, maybe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I apologize. My client was confused, Your Honor.
Norma, do you see what page Jade West is on?
Page 9, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're back on the record and 2020 CR 8616W. Mr. Riojas, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Robbie Lee Riojas who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8616W for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on September 8th, 2020 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Judge, are we doing them separately? He has 2 cases.
Oh, let me see. I don't have,
The other one ends in 7W.
all right. I've just been handed that. All right, we're also proceeding on 2020 CR 8617W. We're proceeding by video. The court has in its possession the defendant's consent to appear by video. Mr. Riojas, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Is there any objections from the state or the defense that that cause number takes place by video?
No objection.
No objections.
Mr. Riojas, and that cause number, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you the same Robbie Lee Riojas who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 8617W for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on September 8, 2020 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you reading the same allegation for each motion?
Yes, Judge.
Defense, any objections to the state proceeding on, I'm sorry, any objection to the state reading one allegation for both motions and your client's response are for both motions?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Condition number 1, on or about the 18th day of March 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Robbie Lee Riojas committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, PG1, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
Guilty.
No, I want you to listen to me carefully. How do you plead to that? Either it's true or it's not true.
True.
We'll waive the rest.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Riojos, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1 and cause number 2020 CR 8617W, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yeah, no, I see that they closed that case, they dismissed that one. And they dropped 2 felonies.
Do you have an answer for me, Mr. Riojos?
Yes. I just thinking. Yes. True.
True.
Now, listen to me carefully. In that cause number that I just read, 2020 CR 8617W, you pled true to violation of condition number 1.
Yes.
My question for you is, do you understand I could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And cause number 2020 CR 8616W, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in each cause numbers, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Judge. We are asking that you deny the motion, alter and amend to order safe P. If for some reason he's not able to get in a safe P, then some other inpatient program. And in exchange for his plea of true, we agreed to TIC cause number NIGHTMAG 606641.
Is that the agreement?
Why do they keep opening the case and closing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will follow your plea bargaining agreement. In each cause numbers, the court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safe P, take in consideration NIGHTMAG number 606641. If he's not accepted in the safe P, then state ISF, dual track. And if not accepted in state ISF, then he's to be referred to felony drug court. And defendant is to remain in custody until transferred to one of the programs.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
He has a pending CPS case. That's why he's going to take the hard road as opposed to the easy TTC road. And he's going to ask you for help and treatment because the pending CPS case, he's trying to not lose custody for his children. And he would like to see whether he can, if there's a long wait, whether he can be out and work on services for the CPS case.
That would be no. We've tried you out and about, Mr. Riojos. And what has happened is that you've committed offenses while you've been out. All right, Norma, can you recall this in 45 days to make sure that Mr. Riojos has been transferred to one of the facilities?
Yes, ma'am.
With this, My business is completed. May I be excused, Your Honor, and wish you a
Your
good
business
weekend?
is not completed until your client is sent to a breakout room with probation. So just give us a moment.
June 18th.
Apologize.
I'm sorry, when?
June 18th.
All right, so we're going to recall you on June 18th to see where you are in the transfer system, Mr. Riojas. And Mr. Riojas, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. Probation, if you go to breakout room number 2, please.
What about a program? They told me that I was like.
And with that, we'll close the hearing. And Mr. Hilly, you are excused, or either you can go to the breakout room with your client.
Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. You two have a good one. All right, everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, Laura Zachariah, who do you have?
Good morning, Judge Boyd. I have Tori Rigel and Mike Moreno with you this morning, Judge.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 5. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Judge.
You're welcome. John Winter.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Who do you have?
Gonzalez.
All right, let me find, who do you have? Yes, Jesus Gonzalez Marino. I'll send you to breakout room number 6. A prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Matthew Allen, who do you have?
Noah Nellum. It's a family violence case.
How do you spell the last name?
Nellum.
I'll send you to breakout room number 7.
Thank you.
And Judge Boyd, I'm ready whenever you're ready for me.
All right, just give me one moment. I'm going to take up Blakely Moore, then I'll come back to you. Blakely Moore.
Judge, thank you. I didn't mean to butt in front of anyone. Your Honor, we have conferred with ADA Hunter Morris. He actually took over the case from the previous prosecutor we've been working with for the past 6 months. We have some more evidence, exculpatory evidence that came out of the civil litigation on this case. Both complainants have had their depositions completed, and he would like to review those before he considers doing what we're asking.
And does he have a copy of this depositions?
He has asked us to get them from the civil lawyers, which we've already emailed them and we're working on. So he should have them here within the next 2 days. And if we could just, and then I want to give him an opportunity to talk to the same expert that we gave to the Dr. Eptikar, that we gave the opportunity to speak to the last prosecutor.
All right, this is an old case. I'm going to recall it for May 27th. Whatever you all are going to do, you need to have it done by May 27th.
Okay, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. Norma, can you recall Francis Barnett for May 27th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and everyone, that will be your plea deadline date. The court will not extend plea deadlines any further. All right, if there's nothing else, you are excused.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Everyone have a great day.
All right, you too.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. Stacy Cross.
Yes, thank you, Judge. We have conferred with the state and we have gotten a very reasonable offer from them. My client and I would like just a short reset to consider all of his options and go over everything again.
Okay, just one moment. And it's Suarez.
I did give a new offer today, so.
Yes.
All right, thank you. And that's Raul Suarez?
Yes, and he's in the courtroom.
He never returned, Stacy.
Oh, he should be returning to the courtroom. He just went to go put money in his car, so he should be hopefully back to the courtroom soon.
He left at 11:15.
Yeah, that's a long trip to get his car taken care of.
Yeah, I think he didn't park anywhere close. Like he took a long time to walk from his car to the courthouse this morning. So
Okay.
I don't know what that's about, but
All right, Norma, on Mr. Raul Suarez, can you give them a 2-week reset? Is that enough time for you, Ms. Cross?
that's more than enough time, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You can come back on the 19th, Judge.
All right, and that will be your plea deadline date,
Okay.
May 19th.
Let me just make sure that date isn't overloaded for me, if you don't mind, Judge, for just a
Sure, no
second.
problem.
Nope, that day looks beautiful. So May 19th it is.
All right, great. Have a good one. Let your
Thank
client
you.
know.
Okay, so he doesn't need to, I can call him and tell him he can just go. Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yes. All right, thank you.
Have a great day.
You're
Judge,
welcome.
I never got the breakout room invite. It was for
Okay.
number 7.
All right, let me see. Something crazy is happening with the system today. All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Kenneth Baker?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Mr. Morales. He's in custody, but I'd like to confer with the state if I could.
187?
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
CTD.
Huh? Yeah, his attorney is here.
All right, Mr. Baker, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Rick Ramos, I appreciate your patiently waiting. Just give us a moment to finish up the rest of the docket, then I'll take your off docket matter.
It's all right. I got about 8 pockets on me, Judge, so don't worry about it. There's a whole bunch.
Hey, that is awesome. All right, Judy Wimmer.
Yes, Judge. On Renee Espinoza, I've conferred with Mr. Martin, and there have been no new developments. We've agreed to maintain it on the trial docket.
All right, and is your client in custody or on bond?
He's right here in my office, Judge.
All right, we're going to recall Mr. Espinoza. We're going to recall you for May 27th. At that time, I'm going to give you your trial date. And the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements at that time. If you decide to enter a plea, it will have to be open to the court.
Okay.
All right, and who is your next client?
Alexander Streeter. Mr. Sanders and I are working on the plea paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hector Garza.
Yes, Judge. We actually have an agreement. I just need to let the ADA that I spoke to know.
All right, thank you. And everyone, we are breaking at 12. Mr. Ramos, what did you have that was off docket?
Yes, Judge. It's a motion requesting permission for my client to go to school and to pick up his son. Mr. Sanders and I have been conferring. I believe he's going to be in agreement with it. I'm just sending him over the information that's on the motion in regards to times and the address to the school and to the after school care that his son receives, Your Honor.
All right, and what is your client's name?
His name is Garrett Weeb Rune. And I have a cause number for you if it'll be a little bit easier to look that up, Judge.
How do you spell his last name?
ROON.
And what's the cause number?
It's a CM case, Your Honor, 084726.
Okay, let me see if I have that motion. Is there any way you can email me that motion? Because I don't see it in any, it's just been presented in a new file. Okay. Marcus Sanders, are you here?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So do you have any objections to this motion on Garrett Brune?
No, the only thing I was asking Rick for was, I guess, more specific info as far as the location for the classes.
And that's in your email now, Marcus. It's in the motion as well as in your email. I just sent you the address to the after school and the school that he attends. Alamo College is St. Phillips.
Okay, well, in the motion, I don't have any times. Do you have any times?
We did, Your Honor, in regards to emails. I didn't put it in the motion, but he goes to class at 7 in the morning is when he leaves. Classes start at 7:30. They break for lunch from 11 to 12, and then class again resumes from 12 to 4. And then depending on traffic is the time it takes him to get to the second address there, Your Honor, for the after school care. He picks up his son. He says on an average day, he'll be home by 5:30 or 6.
All right. Marcus, did you just want to do maybe a curfew for him or no?
Yeah, Judge, that works.
All right. So what curfew time are you all agreeing to?
We'd be okay with 7 p.m., Judge, just to have a little bit of a buffer there in case there's an accident on the highway or something.
I'm okay with that.
All right. And is this Monday through Sunday?
Well, if we can
Monday
do
through Friday?
better for us, Judge, but whatever the court wants to do, we just really need to get them back into class during the week, during the work week.
I'd ask for Monday through Friday, at least for now.
Okay. All right, then the court will sign it. And I'll put Monday through Friday. And I'll put from, you said 7 a.m.?
That's the time he leaves to school, Your Honor, yes.
So I'll do 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. All right, if there's nothing else, you're excused. Thanks for your patience.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thank you, Marcus. We'll see you guys later.
All right, bye-bye. Mr. Herrera, can you unmute yourself, please? Mr. Herrera, are you hiring an attorney? Is your family hiring an attorney? What is happening?
Hablo español.
Oh, right. Okay, everybody does that. And then they speak English, but that's okay. Norma, bring an interpreter in. And Norma, can you speak to him in Spanish and let him know we're bringing in an interpreter for him?
Yes, ma'am. I will let him know. Espérame un momento, señor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Herrera, we're going to make sure you have an attorney, okay?
I sent you a chat, Hector. You respond, please.
All right. As soon as I get the paperwork on the other cases, guys will complete it. But I have a meeting at 12. So if it's not done before 12, you're all going to have to come back at 2. All right, Matthew Allen on Noah Nellum.
Yes, I have a new offer if I could speak to Mr. Nellum. He's in custody.
All right, Mr. Nellum, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 7 to speak with your attorney.
Judge, she's logging in.
All right, thank you. Hi, Norma.
Hi, Judge. Good morning. Good
Good
afternoon.
morning.
Almost afternoon.
Okay, let me do spotlight. All right, Mr. Herrera, I have an interpreter here for you. Norma, we're not on the record. I just need some information from Mr. Herrera. The 2 questions I need answered is he going to hire an attorney, or does he already have an attorney hired?
Señor Herrera, buenos días. Yo voy a ser su intérprete. La juez tiene 2 preguntas para usted. Una es que si usted ya tiene contratado un abogado o lo va a contratar.
Me dijeron que estaban contratando uno.
I was told that they were hiring one.
Did they tell him when he would be hired?
¿Y le dijeron cuándo lo iban a contratar?
No.
No.
All right, we're going to recall his case in 2 weeks.
Ok, vamos a postergar su caso para en 2 semanas.
And at that time, you will either need to have hired an attorney.
Y para esa fecha, usted ya debió de haber contratado a un abogado.
Or we will have one appointed for you if you cannot afford one.
O la corte le asignará un abogado de oficio si usted no puede pagar su propio abogado.
Okay.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende esto?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Also ask him, would he like to have one appointed or no?
Quisiera que la corte que la juez le asignara un abogado de oficio.
Pues me habían dicho que me habían puesto uno, pero
I was told that one has been appointed to me.
No, you do not have a court-appointed attorney. Do you want one?
No, no tiene un abogado asignado, un abogado de oficio. ¿Quiere que la juez le asigne uno?
pues sí.
Well, yes. All right, then we will have one appointed to you if you qualify.
Ok, entonces la juez le va a asignar un abogado si es que usted califica para que le asignen uno.
Okay.
Ok.
All right, thank you so much. Norma, we're going to see if we can have an attorney on the list. We'll look for it right now.
Ok, you're welcome, Judge. Y señor, la juez va a checar a ver si hay un abogado de oficio en la lista que tiene para asignarle uno en este momento.
Okay.
Ok.
All right, and let him know that we'll have him an attorney, hopefully one that speaks Spanish.
Y señor, también le van a asignar un abogado que esperen que hable español también.
Okay.
Ok.
All right, thank you so much, Norma. You're so awesome.
You're welcome, Judge. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Norma, can you see if Mr. Herrera qualifies for a court-appointed attorney? And if so, we'll come back at 2 with his attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and can you put a request in for a Spanish speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
And Nora, I'm sending you a chat.
Judge, I have an update on Moreno and Ridgel whenever the court is ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, on Tory Ridgel, Judge, I just conferred with ADA Joe Reagan Garcia. We received, or the state received the CPS records yesterday in this case, so we just need to schedule an appointment with their advocate to come review those. From what he just told me, they're pretty, there's a lot of them. So we got to make an appointment to come in and review those. So if we could just get a 30 to 45 day reset on that, Judge, to go review those records.
All right. Mr. Ridgel, I'm going to give your attorneys a 30-day reset to obtain the more discovery, okay?
If I could just get a breakout room after I'm done giving the court update for a minute, Judge, just to let him know something.
Yes. Norman, can I get a 30-day reset for that? On Ridgel.
Yes.
And Hector, if you'll check your chat box, please.
The 2nd, Judge, June 2nd.
All right, so we'll come back on Mr. Ridgel June 2nd, and I'll give you a chance to go to a breakout room with him.
Thank you, Judge.
And before you go to a breakout with him, your other client, please.
Mike Moreno, Judge.
And what is happening with Mr. Moreno?
So on Mr. Moreno, Judge, we conferred with the ADA David Martin. On this one, we filed 2 motions, Judge, a motion for disclosure of juvenile records and then a motion for discovery of CPS records. After speaking with Mr. Martin, Judge, we just need a setting for those 2 motions, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, so we can get that final piece of discovery figured
Okay, I
out.
don't understand the issue with the CPS records because in my notes, I have that on November 5th, 2020, it was regular reset for CPS records.
Okay, that one.
And then we came back on January 28th, and it's reset for February 5th because a defense was out. Then we came back on February 5th, and then it was recalled for February 19th. And now we're back here on May 6th, and I'm still being told about CPS records.
So Judge, it may, I can double check with them and see if we got the CPS records. We haven't gotten any indication of those yet, but I know that the main thing that we were going back and forth on was the juvenile records of the alleged victim in this case. I believe Mr. Martin did say we needed to have a hearing over that before he could disclose those. So we did file that motion, Judge, earlier this year. So if we could just get a setting on that one, I can confer with Mr. Martin again to figure out what the status of the CPS records is.
All right, Norma, on Mike Moreno, can we recall that for before May 27th for motions?
Yes. Let me see, before the 27th. Are they gonna have any witnesses or anything?
Yes, we will have one witness. Our expert will be appearing just to give a judge as far as justification for why we're requesting those records.
Okay.
Judge, there is a notice of additional discovery from October 2019 showing that we have possession of CPS records. I don't know if they're just asking for them to be released or what that request is, but we do have the records.
Okay.
I can do the 14th, May 14th.
May 14th?
All right, we'll come back on May 14th.
And it'll be done in the afternoon.
Okay, let me just really quick, Judge, make sure we have nothing conflicting in federal court. No, we're good that day.
All right, see you then.
And it'll be about 2 o'clock.
About 2 o'clock, Norma? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
At 2 p.m. Okay, perfect. I will let Mr. Gebion know about that and we'll make sure that we have everything prepared, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And so, Mr. Ridgel, I'll send you to a breakout room with your attorney and your other client. We're going to excuse.
Yeah, we'll schedule an ICS with Mr. Moreno, Judge.
All right, Mr. Moreno, we're going to have you excuse. I believe you're 14E. Norman, can you let 14E know they can go back?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ridgel, if you go to breakout room number 5.
Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome.
May I excuse Mr. Ridgel from the breakout room once I'm done?
No, he needs to come back to the main room and the court coordinator will excuse him.
Okay, Judge, will do. Thank you.
All right, anyone else?
Judge, I just wanted to make sure I think we had an agreement on the MTR and 2 new cases that Daniel Brown had.
All right,
do you want me to come-
I've sent, has your client signed everything?
No, I think we just had the notice of appeal to sign, unless you want to move it to another day.
Oh, no, he needed to sign his consent as well.
Okay.
Has he already signed the consent to appear by video?
No, Judge, we haven't signed either one of the 2.
Okay, so those will need to be signed.
Okay.
So
I'll
let me
send it
see.
right over, Judge.
All right, and where is Mr. Brown? I don't see him on the Zoom.
He was in the breakout rooms the last time I spoke to him in room 4.
Okay, that's where it is. He's in 4. So if you'll go back to breakout room number 4. And let me find you on the screen, Hector, just 1 second.
Hector, what email address do you want me to use for you? I think I have 2 different ones for you.
Use the hector@garzalawgroup.com.
Judge, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm back from the breakout room with John Winter on 2 issues. The first is the case that's set on the docket today, Jesus Gonzalez Moreno.
Yes.
That case has never had an offer made on it, and the family has never been talked to. So Aurora just spoke to them. I'm going to literally get off Zoom and do it right now. And because of Mr. Winter's schedule, our first request is, can we just recall it for tomorrow, please? At which time I will have all the pertinent information and we can have a meaningful discussion.
All right, that's Jesus Abraham Gonzalez Moreno.
Yes, Judge.
All
If we
right,
could just-
Norma, can you recall that for tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
And the
Mr.
second-
Moreno, we're
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
have you brought back tomorrow. So Norma, let the-
Regresamos mañana, Jesus, okay?
Okay,
Mañana a la mañana.
okay.
so we'll need an interpreter for him.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we'll recall that. All right, and then the next issue.
We have a bench trial scheduled on a separate defendant with Mr. Winter on Tuesday, Corny Pierce.
Mhm.
And I think, I'm verifying it now, but I think this case has at least one physical exhibit, a weapon.
Mhm.
So we can't just do it on Zoom. So I wanted to ask if Tuesday is one of our in-person days.
I can get permission for
Okay.
us to do it in person.
because it will involve a physical exhibit. Same issue we ran into before.
Yes, I'll have permission for us to do it in person.
And Mr. Pierce is in custody, Judge, FYI.
All right. We will make it happen. Do you want Mr. Pierce in person? Because the only issue is the defense entering an exhibit in person. But if you would like Mr. Pierce in person, we will have him here.
I think the best way to do it would be, if it's going to be in the courtroom, if Mr. Pierce could be in person and dressed out, I think that'd be best.
Okay, there's no need for him to be
Well, I
dressed,
know
but
it's
if
a
you're
bench
requesting
trial.
it, I mean, if you're requesting him to be in dress, that's fine.
I'm requesting it. I understand the situation. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Anything else?
there's a knife, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. If there is nothing else, then you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
See you all tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Anybody else? Mr. Ridgel, did you go to the breakout room to speak with your attorney? Great. Norma, can you let them know that 16A can be excused? All right, everyone, it is 12:10. And I don't have any documents. So we're gonna have to resume at 2. Quarter needs a break. Everyone needs their lunch break. So we will be back at 2. I will remain on Zoom. Maria, you're excused. We'll see you at 2.
Okay,
And
thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. And what I'll do is I'll sign any paperwork that anyone has, but we'll be back at 2. And Norma, where is Jonathan Mejia Herrera? Yes, Ms.